So after like a year or so from publishing that video, I got a lot of things in the way. I planned for a while to re-upload some new videos, new versions that I did update on the Course 3D page, but they weren't doing it for me. So after a lot of time for myself and time to really rethink and remake a lot of things, this is going to be the final version for you to display this. Hopefully we can just add on things and not remake the whole thing over again. But yeah, without further ado, this is canonically the 7th version. This is version 2 that's going to be displayed on YouTube. So let's get started. Yeah, so we've come a long ways, have we, guys? So thank you all for your support throughout this time. This is a huge apology video as well, because I did receive a few, I wouldn't say complaints, but concerns with a few things of the design. So I really took that into consideration, and I wanted to make something that was worth your time, and this is what I've come up with. So you can see a few pieces right here displayed on the top here. I decided to start from ground up. Basically, I started off from zero, and I improved on a lot of things, and I think aesthetically this is more pleasing and this is going to be more print friendly. Okay, first things first, we're going to do a little recap of all the pieces that come in this set. First off, this is the main body. Nothing changed aesthetically from it, but internally it's a lot thicker, but thought out strategically so you can print it out with minimum amount of supports, and thinking about the tolerances of your printers. Still has the division lines to make it look like the main design, and we've got the side connectors which are all lined up and test it out. This is now one piece. There are no more links, though I might think about doing add-ups in the future, but the main one has these 5 rings in here. No holes for back support, because since it's going to be front heavy, we need as much material, and the way it is designed, it doesn't need a back piece to cover it up as the regular one. And we've only got one connector here up front. Next up comes the interesting part, because being honest, I was thinking differently because of the 3D printer I had back in the day, and because of the settings mostly, because the printer worked fine, did phenomenal amount of work, but I didn't think on the utility that you could give. So first things first, we got the front piece. You can see it's a lot slimmer in the front edge, or the front lip, if you want to call it. And you can see that we've got different holes, because this time, and doing it properly, I came up with extenders. Right, we have one extender missing because I accidentally broke it, but the idea is the same. So these are made with the thought of being stackable, and there's a satisfying snap in the end, but you can easily detach them, as well as the ones from this part right here. There we go, just looking for it, there we go. These are fully stackable and they are working beautifully. So the set comes with 3 of each. As I said, I accidentally broke one, but these work just fine. Now you might be wondering, why is there no peg in here? Because back in the day, depending again on how well set your 3D printer is, the tolerances that it can manage, you would actually have to reprint the entire piece, simply because this connector wouldn't fit. So in order to fix it, I split apart the design over the model, so you can just plug in this like so and play around with this piece so you can make it as tight or as loose as you want. In my case it fits perfectly, though it might be a little loose, so you can fix that with just a little bit of tape or glue if you want, and that's it. The problem is 100% solved. So that's another idea I came up with for both the front piece and the side attachments, which are going to come next. Speaking of which, side attachments, you can see they don't have a lip anymore. They are more rounded on the side so they don't scratch the belt. It's a little bit more narrowed to the top, as you can see. It's a bit of an angle, very subtle angle, but you can tell. Again, the same peg system, which you can just plug in and forget about that. And you can see that depending on how well you print it out, it does have a satisfying click, but not as tight so that you can't detach that afterwards. So in order to put that together, we're gonna bring all the pieces. We're gonna get the body, add our top lid. We're gonna bring in our front piece, which these are all lined up so you can attach them however you please on a very flat surface. We're gonna attach the side attachments, and that's it. Sometimes it might be a little loose, but again, like I said, you can definitely fix it with just a tiny bit of tape, and that should be it. But you can see this is more aesthetically pleasing. It looks more like the real thing. I did not add any grooves in the middle because mostly that's because of an assembly thing from the file, or I mean from the main toy. So this is a little more aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, I digress. Now I'm gonna bring one of my belts so you can see how this looks and how you can use these modular pieces to flatten out the front of the belt so it's not top heavy and it doesn't damage the belt. So, as you can see, I've already set the height and everything, so we're going to bring, let's say, the lost driver. This is the one I really like, and you can see it fits like a glove. This platform works really well. It prevents the belt from falling to the front and damaging the straps. It can fit a little loose so you don't stress the pieces, and all in all looks very professional, looks really well on the shelf. And again, as I said, if you really want it, you can just take the lid off, bring in another Daiza, which I've already printed out, and display them both one on top of each other. So I'm gonna bring this right here, which has the double driver, and I'm gonna bring in this one on top. There we go. All right. I'm gonna bring back way back this so you can see how this all looks, but you can see one on top of each other. The base does support the underside of the belt, and it's a really nice fit. It's not too tight, but it's not too loose either, so it's not gonna fall apart. So this is what it looks like. I am really proud of it. I think this is going to be the definitive version. For those of you who want to download this and give it a try and support my work on this, you will have a link on the Called 3D page. If this goes out really well, I might do either a giveaway, or I can work out discount codes and other things. I'm also working on other things. Giving a little example, I'm working on CSM extensions for the DX caboteur belts. This is entirely 3D printed. The extension, adaptation piece, and all of these. I've also done cock-up pads. These are all 3D printed and designed by myself. And I've also made the back pieces. This was just a test piece, but it turned out amazing. So yeah, this is also for you to modify your DX or Super Best toys and give them a much unique and neat look. So yeah, this is a coming soon project, but it's almost finished. But yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I hope this was to your liking, and I hope I did manage to fix some of the mistakes I made from last time. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. I'll see you next time.